Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to Frostpunk. Now we are starting this right away with the dreams of Utopia. Steward, to the delight of venturers, our city is now firmly embracing progress and appears to be on the path to making progress a cornerstone. We must ensure that our city never aligns with adaptation, declared a member of venturers. We need to fully embrace progress, and this means that the venturers fervor is increased and all adaptation laws that we have now will increase the tension in the city. We'll just see by how much. Right now, we have no tension whatsoever. The fervor though, can I promote them again? There you go. I want to boost them anyway, right? And let's also see that we further boost also the forages here. So that's more a moderate faction that we definitely want to keep. But these guys here, the menders, I would really like to, make weaker. The problem is though, yeah, they will lose members. In that case, let's check it out. Can I actually, would I have... I can't see that right now. Go for guard law. We'll just see. I think it's a bit too early for that. Next research is something that we do now, but we don't need it yet at the moment. But really, there is not that much else in the way, and that is the settlement upgrade. So with this one here, we can upgrade the generator of a settlement to permanently upgrade it to a permanent settlement, which can provide unlimited resources. Let's go ahead with this, because right now we're also, of course, losing resources in those outposts. Unproductive to the maintenance steward. Some workers sent to maintenance duty for not meeting their shift quotas seem to be doing more harm than good. Look at this gearbox. They call that lubrication. Good for nothing. Useless bunglers. And what should we do with that? Refuse the offer or decrease the heat sum income, but is more effective increasing production efficiency. So we will provision heat stamps for proper training. Of course. Let's do this. Seems like the less radical idea here. Let's also have a look at the Frostlands again, because at this point, the whiteout is almost gone now that we just had, right? So we can now get us a few more people in. We can also continue with some more scouting, right? So we still have lots of territory really available for scouting. Fuel I don't need, food I don't need. So it's all about, finding us interesting points of views, like here for example. Yeah, we have something. And should we actually start with the material colony? Are we out of materials again? This one here I was not activating. I mean, we have so much leftover material. Look at that. If I just keep this running normally, we would have 700 materials as a surplus. I mean, holy moly. Let's keep it active for now to get that stockpile up again. The food is also rising. Of course, it's also because we send people away from here, right? So let's not be so certain about this, because I'm pretty sure, in my colony, it's actually a bit of a different thing. Because here, not only do we need a bit more housing now, let's just do this. We'll also need to provide more food, so let's actually send all of this over. Food-wise, let's make it a bit of a stockpile there. Material is fine, the goods need to go up. And I can already see that we need to tackle the goods consumption at some point now. Housing, can we build? Yeah, we can do this. A subsidized housing block here. I would like to do this. Once these have been upgraded, we should be able to do that. There it is. To provide housing for all of these people. And also, we have the workforce in. We have the heat stamps. Let's build us a geothermal field over there. So we can now use the extraction zone on a geothermal spring. And as we can see, there's actually a heat adjustment bonus close to this one. It's pretty neat. The rest we're going to send over to that oil plant so that we can merge them together here at some point soon. That's it. Number one. Number two is actually that I want to have a logistics district here now too, over here. Because I figured out that yes, we can actually use the Skyway upgrade to boost the output of this colony, right? So right now we're limited to 600. That's not enough. I wanna increase that. And that means we need to increase the Skyway capacity. And we can do this by building this upgrade that we already had in the logistics tree. And that is the automated freight dock, right? So 500 Skyway capacity increase. And this actually can also be built here. So with that, we should get that out. Alright, let's wait for that geothermal plant to finish. The frost breaking, by the way, is also finished now. There it is. Producing now 170 steam for us, right? This is then directly reducing that. Let's just check it out though, because I think, we still need to upgrade that generator here. And for this we need a tag. Alright. Alright, so this is actually useless for me right now. Is it? No, it's not. We consumed it. Right? Yeah. We increase our oil by disabling it. That's my mistake once again. We need the upgrade to the pumps first. It doesn't work otherwise. That's a pity. Let's get this one going. And we have finished that one now. So we can now build that district. And look at that. Exposed to the winds increases its heat demand quite a bit. So I'm trying to merge all these 3 districts in here together. So many things still to learn. Alright, we need the pump, and I cannot build the upgrade, unfortunately, as long as this one is an outpost. So we need to push this one to a settlement, and only then can I upgrade the generator itself. The Manders begin to protest. Took them quite some time. Build patrol watchtower. That would the only, yeah, their only demand. I mean, sure thing. We can do this. There we have it. And with that, we can at least stop the protests for now. I mean, they're also not really having any fervor or something. I don't know why the Venturers already dislike us again. There is no reason for this. Greatly decreased by negotiating with opponents, decreased by protests, extremely decreased by deaths. Broken promise? When? That must have been quite some time ago now. There's that, and with that, the protest should be gone now. It's already diminishing. Advanced fracturing pump jack. That's something that we should do, and that's something we can do over here. Alright, so this is the next upgrade, advanced puncturing pump jack. There it is. That's the promise. And here we have the logistics tree, and with that we should be able now to build it then, the automated freight dock. Bit more money we need. There it is. Let's build it. Upgrade, upgrade. Promise fulfilled, trust rises. Settlement furnace is now in effect, so now we could probably then upgrade this settlement here. Let's continue with the next research. I would probably like to go with something for society, so treatment or parenthood. Either way, something that makes people a bit happier. And you agree to have Steve and George train the unproductive, improving efficiency and giving them a new sense of purpose. Look at those balances that we have right now. I probably could reduce the stress on everything. But I think we could just use all of this to further push my colonies now. Colder season, -90 now permanently. It goes actually to -100 then also as well in the future. We need a bit more material demand here, which is fine. And I'm glad that the maximum counts for every one of them separately, right? There it is. It's been upgraded. As you can see, we can now push more oil. Up to 1,100 oil. Great stuff. This has been working. At least one of my strategies actually went up. And that's that these skyways now have been upgraded. And we no longer need to do this. Alright, a new idea that I like. Extraction strongholds, bastions of technology in a hostile environment. Our outposts will be operated by highly trained crews capable of operating advanced machines. Production efficiency at outposts is flat out increased. That's a nice bonus. Looking at the laws, we could check out if we have anything that is not good for the venturers. Right, so we have the outsiders right now, outside productive ones, so I think that's the good one. Chemical additives. So we have right now this one here. We could go for chemical additives. The city will approve chemical additives with tested and tolerable risk levels. Sounds like a good idea to boost my food, but don't try to get the food near fire, I guess. And synthetic deep melting drill waste incineration plant. Researching this is probably my safest bet. This should work. Very good. Getting a bit more into this area as well with it. Of course, yeah, the Ventures and the Forgers, the Menders and the Forgers will not like it that much. Machinists, could I do something for you? I don't think so.
A law has passed in the council. Take
It's something that we don't need to worry about. What we can still do as well, because the research, 7 weeks this takes. We have 38 weeks. We could build another research district, institute, to speed up research even further. Just need 100 heat stem. Right? And in this case here, building this one speeds up research. Why not? Research gets quite long at this point. So we can boost that. And yeah, heat is absolutely fine. I'm really surprised by how old this looks. What we have now here though is that the food district will run out in 65 weeks. And this will have a significant hit on my food production, right? So it's the 767 food that we lose. So this will put us in a big problem there. So food colony, of course it is. Until then, of course, we can still take those harvests that we have on the map. There's also cores. Take the core or repair the automaton. This would give me 800 workforce. That's good. Let's go with this. Now we can also take them in. That's 1,600 machinists here. That's great. And that's random 900 people. Let's also take them in. Up here we have new things. Oh, lots of stockpile. 800 machinists. Let's also take them in. We do have the homes, right? Yes, we do have the homes. And let's also scout us something new. Probably this one or this one. Steam cores. I'm actually looking to steam cores primarily. Let's actually go ahead with 2 researches. 2 expeditions into both of these directions. Alright, look at that. Endorsed by 2 major factions. And this boosts the trust all the way up. Also, the foragers like us a lot right now. It hasn't looked this stable in a long time. Okay, extraction strongholds. That's now in effect then. In 2 weeks we can put in the law. Next up we have now this promise here, right? Waste incineration plant. Sounds like a good idea actually. There it is. Facility that gathers and burns rubbish in order to keep the city clean. The squalor is greatly decreased. Disease is slightly increased. But that's okay. Because disease is really not a problem, is it? It's minor, and we could even put it down further by building us another hospital. And David Home, the privatized alcohol production law leads to an increase in alcohol consumption. Yeah, probably also leads to an increase in crime. We'll just see. I could once again get the finance mercenaries out.
Please dispatch gift boxes to the steward by post.
Oh, this is looking just very good right now. We have the law. Let's actually go for the rule now. Can I do this? It would be probably pretty hard to negotiate a winning out of that. The venturers would be open for it. The pyrochemical oil extractor. The pleasure club research. We just need to research that. Let's accept this. We're at 39 with that. That's still not enough. The menders would also join. If I give them 3 essentials. If I research the opioids manufacturing. Let's do this. And with that... Yeah, but don't forget, right? We need I think 2/3. So there we need to be. And we have 54 and 20. Yeah, but I can't negotiate any further. So let's try out. This is super risky, by the way. Oh my goodness, 67 out of the 67 required. It's passed. We have our first guard enforcer law. This is great because you know what happens with that? We can now break a protest. And just in this moment, 3,500 people joined, and that's not the waves of survivors that we actually got. Okay, new problem again, but this is a great thing. With that, we need to do now though researching. 3 things. I'm glad that we just finished that research institute, and also let's boost the research. There it is. Trust falls a bit with that. Right, but with that we can really push it. Waste incineration plant. This is already the first promise here. But we can do all of this. Very good. Housing wise, yeah, let's build another housing district, or is one disabled? This one here is disabled. So at least we have the housing in again. But of course we still need to build another one. And Up here, plenty of space. Another housing zone. We probably should leave a few more empty spaces in between to get hubs in then, right? I think this is pretty important. And venturers begin rallying. Bursting with support, the streets fill with venturers as they praise your name and call upon the rest of the city to rise for you as well. Nice one. Yeah, let's get more heat stamp income. We have positive protests again. Who would have thought that? Alright, something is wrong in my fuel colony. The squalor is now severe. Alright. Let's build something for that. We have the hub, the filtration. Wait a second. Where is it? Is it in the housing upgrade tree, right? Moss filtration. There it is. So we can reduce that a bit. It's severe at this point. Makes people a bit nauseous. That promise comes in. Very good. Next up is the Pleasure Club. Sounds interesting. We can build them, by the way, both of these buildings, right? So we have the Pleasure Commons and then the Pleasure Club. Takes 8 weeks again. Of course, with so many people joining Sleepy Hollow, it makes absolutely sense to start this food colony over there. For this, we need to, start first of all, once again, with a path. We do have, I think it starts with a normal path, right? So I would like to go ahead with a skyway construction right away, so that we get the maximum coverage out. It's a long way. Holy cow, this will be expensive. Just see. Let's try to keep these points here to a minimum. There's then my normal path. That's not a skyway here, by the way. So I still need to push that skyway all the way over here now into the city, which is not possible because we don't have the money. I can build it all the way up to this point for now, right? Connected here. There you go. And from here then we can continue onwards to Sleepy Hollow. Okay, the moss filtration has been finished, so we should be losing now some squalor there again. Nothing else we need to do here for now. In Sleepy Hollow, we finished that housing district, so let's go ahead and... Oh, there's lots of frost breaking that needs to be done. If I want to keep expanding into that area. Because we are, of course, running out of food eventually now. Heat stamps. Stuart, we are struggling with heat stamps. A group of venturers have come forward with an idea. We should pass service exemptions. Let us pursue it and the city will benefit. Oh, what is that? Heat stamp income is increased. This is the city law that we have. Yeah, let's do this. The thing is that it's a law that I thought we had activated already. Because right now we have the main district produces a moderate amount of prefabs. That's useless to us. We're producing prefabs. Right, so this of course is the way better law here. And let's go ahead with this. We have too many promises running right now, so I need to wait until I've finished at least a few more promises. That's the researches. Should be possible. Okay, the menders actually lose influence right now, so their size goes down. And the machinists and the machinists actually gather a lot of size here, which is good for us. That's the survivors coming in, right? The material surplus is just crazy at this point. I think we can greatly reduce one of them again. Yep. And then we have the goods thingy going. So I should also build me a new goods factory, because we're actually running out of goods. Are they both working at full speed? They are, however. Okay, Venture's demand has been met with that research. Next research is the service exemptions that we promised, which is totally fine. There we have it. It's a radical law, but we only need to research it, right? We don't need to put it into effect here at all. This is 55 weeks and we have 12 weeks for this to finish. This is working out. And now we have the service exemptions law. And we should have at least the possibility, there it is, to get another thing going. The foragers, the machinists, let's go with them. Advanced fracturing pump check again, they want to be built. A calibrated goods factory needs to be researched. Or, also what I like, the pressurized coal liqueficator or liquefactor. This one here consumes coal and produces oil out of it. Not bad at all. I might actually research this. We could also go for the calibrated goods factory since we do need no goods production anyway. Let's go with this actually. Yeah. That's more important than fuel. Very good. Law passed, trust rises. People love us right now. Also, the forages actually like us, which is strange. Because we're not really doing anything for them. Okay, 11 weeks for this research. The opioids factory, and then we have the calibrated goods factory. Still not enough heat stamps there again. Even though my income is at 40 per week already. And we, by the way, have also finished the exploration up here. Salvage a core. Always in for this. And this is just a stockpile again. Take the coal. Take the cores. Very good. And let's go for... I need to keep in mind that we actually also will need to, of course, get the colony going at some point now. So let's have the skyway. I cannot do this. Why not? Ah, there it is. Now we establish the skyway, and then I can found that colony. We need a few more people for this, of course, so I cannot waste anyone now. So let's go for 10 here. Then we have still 35 left to send the colonists, which we can do now. A core, 20 colonists, 20 teams, 400 prefabs, and some colonists, 3,000. And we have too many in Sleepy Hollow anyway, right? So we lose them here again, which makes things a bit easier once more. Let's reduce the fervor. Oh, this also reduces the relationship. I didn't know this. I didn't remember it anymore. We can, however, promote them again. There you go. Which is fine to me. Even though the machinists are more important to me. So, because they're not that radical. So, they're also more powerful right now. So, we should keep it like that. Okay, temperature increase, temperature drop, no whiteout at the moment in sight. We are continuing to stockpile the fuel, the material is full, and the machine, this is slower than I thought. 5 more weeks. Yeah, we have still the time left for this. Calibrated good factory might be a close one. Ravaged alcohol law leads to alcohol abuse. Oh, it doesn't look like this is going anywhere. There it is. Mender's promise fulfilled. And let's go in and now research that promise for the goods factory, for the machinists and the venturers alike. Calibrated goods factory. Lots of goods production here output. And this is what I'm going to build then once we can. So this will be finished in 8 weeks. Perfectly fine. And also then we have the goods demand fulfilled again. There's something big coming out there. A 2 times temperature drop. And I think also... we're still establishing this. Takes quite some time. How's my fuel colony looking? Absolutely fine. Nothing out of the ordinary. Perhaps a bit of a heat problem. So if I activate this one now... Yeah, look at that. We actually solved the heat problem with that. So this is working after all. I'm just not entirely sure how it's affecting it. We can expand it, of course, into this area. Right, it's producing more heat then, and we are close also to the extraction zone for the oil here. But this seems to be working after all. That steam factory, because it solves my heat problem. Yeah, it's not needed for the generator, you know. It's needed for the districts. That's where the heat is going to. So this is working after all. Very good. Yeah, this colony is very stable, so we can always send someone over then if we need more oil production. Menda's protest, they want the hydraulic pump check. That is something I haven't researched yet as well. Right, we do however have now the possibility to quell the protest in this district. Right, because we have this law. Problem with that, of course, is definitely that they increase their fervor. So that's probably also not ideal. It's just a housing district for now, so we keep it like that for the moment. Let's go back because we have now finished the next colony. And that is my food colony over here. Let's activate the generator right away. A bit of coal we have baseline. Quite a lot of food we have on baseline. Because it's a food colony. There is 1 infinite food source, 2 infinite food sources, 3 infinite food sources. Not bad. And by the way, it's the same map again as Sleepy Hollow. That's a surprise. That never happened before, honestly. Alright, there's my food. So we can ignore the material here. So we're just going to use the food. So I would like to have my first housing district so that we kind of like grow to this food district then, right? And I need to build 2 anyway. Right, and then we can also build our first food district here. I mean, this might be too much, because honestly, we can just deliver the resources. 200 food is a lot. Right? Get this over. Get a few materials over so that we have a nice surplus here of this. Heating-wise, a bit of coal we can still send over. So we don't need to worry about that. Goods production, perhaps. Yeah, we're going to work on that anyway in Sleepy Hollow soon. So the shelter is the only thing right now they need. So these workers produced in some base food already for us. It's pretty nice. Very good. There you go. Makes them happy. And we now have the room then here to just continue with that. Nice one. Solves me a few problems now. The next promise has been fulfilled. And the hydraulic pump jack, that's something I'm a bit confused about right now. We don't have that. We have it. But it's the lesser version, right? So we kind of like need to... I could build in my fuel colony, right? Hydraulic pump jack. Yeah, we could build it here, honestly. I just need to get a few people over. A bit of workforce from Sleepy Hollow. There you go. This solves the problem already. Ah, and what? Really? 3,500 more people joined. So we're almost at 30,000 people now in Sleepy Hollow. Endorsement by 2 factions. We're now we're full on coal. I may consider also building me a few more hubs. Yep. Also for the food, of course. And for the materials. Let's go with a material stockpile. We can do this over here. And... do we have tension? No, we don't have any tension at all right now. This is also something I like. The material consumption goes down, but we have no material problem right now. So material stockpile. Definitely a food stockpile here by my endless food supply. So we can stockpile more in the future. And then also let's go with another fuel stockpile somewhere over here. In the wasteland. What I would like to do at this point is find a... oh, 25,000 goods stockpile. Yeah, let's take this. Finding a big source of steam cores, right? That is a new problem that arises right now. Because we're running out of steam cores. And we found already something that gave me 10. And I'm just hoping that we find another big source again. That gives me quite a lot over a course of time, right? For the food, it's already running out of heat again. This was quick. Let more coal over. There you go. And I'm still contemplating, yeah, building me that food district here now. We want to stockpile more food. Let's build it all the way here. There you go. And then let's also combine them together already. So there's then the adjacency bonus that already comes out of that. Don't forget, food districts need a lot of heating. And then here... oh, that's because there's the material one. Alright. That leads to 127 food surplus again. Those people working here. And we can still build the hothouse. And of course then also the deep mining, the deep production. Let's get this over once again to Sleepy Hollow. And food capacity is not that high, right? Only up to 400 we can deliver at one moment. There you go. This is looking good. Now, a bit more coal perhaps. So that we can stockpile that. Perfect. Stable. The fuel economy needs a bit more food again. So here we need to adjust a few things, right? There's more people now than ever living in here. A bit more material upgrade, of course, as well. And a bit of more goods upgrade here as well for all of this. That this colony continues to work. And those people, of course, need some housing. That's 5 housing. And that's another 5 housing here. There you go. Problem solved as well. Let's head back to Sleepy Hollow. Over here, we do have a new message. You set the city on course towards the equality cornerstone. Yeah. And progress is actually almost full. Next research. Oh. Hydraulic pump check building. We can do this now, but it might be too late. I did a big mistake again. I totally forgot about this hydraulic pump check. Yeah, there it is. Mendes protests intensify with that. That's when you have so many things to focus on. I don't want to promote them. I could grant the fortress the agenda. That would give me a bonus. And with that, I most likely could reduce the fervor by 1 with the menders. Could make the venturers a bit unhappy with that though. Or I just flat out give them a promise. Let's do this. Research the weather adjusted shift. That sounds like an easy one. Let's go with the research the frontier footholds. We can do this right away. This could also be a new solution to the problem here. There it is. And it takes 8 weeks to research this idea. And then we should be endorsed by the foragers, and then we can reduce the fervor, and this breaks the protest as well. Yeah, wasn't that ideal once again. But still, we survive, and we continue onwards in the next episode, and no, the next whiteout is already coming in. Stay tuned!